Am I live? Yes, I is. Alright guys, what's happening? Just wanting to bring it to you live. So this morning, I ended up waking up and I had a seizure. And I was in my room by myself and I fell down, but I didn't fall on my head. I fell down first, and then as the seizure put me towards the ground, my head started banging against the ground. Now I've been working on not a defense, but a prosecutorial, I guess, whatever you would call it, I guess, a case against or for legalization, at least medical legalization or medical access for patients here in Texas, and that because the government here in Texas has consistently avoided or completely oppressed or suppressed, I should say, medical information and doctors that have come out and told them that we need this access in Texas so that we can help seizure patients not to have seizures. For me, the best route of going and doing that would be a lawsuit for damages incurred based upon their lack of action. So whenever you're underneath a power or somebody that's in a place of authority, and they have authority over you, especially in the medical realm, and what they do and the decisions they make influence how you end up behaving, or your health ends up, like for seizures and whatnot, then they are liable. If they make an excuse, or they come up with anything that they can say or wiggle their way basically out of a session and out of having to deal with a vote, then they are liable for damages. They're liable for negligence because they were negligent and reckless with the information they were given from patients and doctors. So knowing something can happen, knowing damages can be incurred, and knowing that you have the authority to change it and you don't do it, then that's on you. And let me think, what would be another one? Reckless endangerment, maybe? No, I don't know if it's reckless endangerment, but it's definitely recklessness through negligence. So there's more to come on this. I just wanted to make this video. I'm on the way to the hospital now, and let me show you this. So I'm on the ground, right, and I'm all like, I'm totally conscious during this time, but I am like hardcore twitching, obviously can't talk, whole body's in it, and my head, I could feel my head banging against the floor, and it hurt the first several times. I could tell something was going on. So let me see, this hand's weak, so let me see if I can get this beast to pull this hat back, and you can see the shiner I freaking got on my head. It is ridiculous. I can't do it. Hold up. Alright, do y'all see that? I'm sure y'all can see that from some sort of angle with my big foreheaded self. Look at that beast. Look at that. So Officer Greg Abbott and Governor Greg Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and some of the health committee here in Texas, these are damages that I've incurred because last session you were unwilling or unable to come to an agreement and deal with medical cannabis in the state. I mean, Texas is supposed to be the leader among the states. We're the Lone Star, yet we're last in trying to get this stuff done. I mean, look at that crap. It is ridiculous. So, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people that are being damaged because of a lack of action on behalf of our leaders that actually have the position of power, and their unethical decisions have led to this kind of damage on my head. Another thing, because it was the head banging against the floor, not that it would cause CTE, I think it's chronic encephalitis or something like encephalotropy, or I don't remember what it is, I need to look it up, but it's CTE. It's basically what the football players are trying to get cannabinoids in the NFL for. CBD is trying to be brought into the NFL through CannaLife to be able to treat chronic encephalitis, whatever it is, you can look it up yourself. But they're trying to get it in there, and I think it's going to also be put into the MMA to basically buffer damages that would happen to the neurological system or to the brain whenever it's being damaged. And so there's a girl here in Texas, and she has a spasm disorder. I don't know exactly what it would be, but where she strikes herself, and she strikes herself in her face, and I'm sure that she makes welts. I mean, I don't know how hard she hits herself, but I'm sure she can either knock herself out or at least give herself a black eye. So, I mean, these types of things are happening to people because legislators aren't willing to step up and really look at the data. And even if they look at the data, they're denying the data. There's so much more to come from this. I'm going to start making other videos pertaining especially to cancer. But for right now, all you seizure patients out there, have hope, take heart, and let's get together. I think that we can make a class action type of lawsuit where we have seizure disorders, cancer patients, and various other patients that have one or more of the 50 conditions listed in the 507 patent, which we funded, therefore we own. And yeah, so for all you cancer patients and seizure patients, and like I said, all 50 of the other conditions, neoplasia, all that kind of crap, just take heart, work with me, hit me up, let me know ideas that you have. If you know any lawyers, if you know any scientists, if you know any doctors that have influence or pull within hospital systems, MD Anderson, UT Southwestern, radiologist, any kind of oncologist, hematology oncologist, so chemo doctors, radiation doctors, anywhere where there's a cannabinoid-based lab, somewhere where they can look at that. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a G-coupled protein lab. I know there's one at UT, so if anybody happens to work there, I'd love to be able to get in with them and through them. Like I said, more to come. I'm just rambling at this point. So anyway, on the way to the hospital to get this looked at, not necessarily anything else. I might get some diazepam or something to be able to calm everything. My hand's still all weak and whacked out. Feels weird. I don't know if I'm pointing at it right. Yep, there's the beast. This monster. My leg is still kind of weird. I'm kind of having to kick my leg out in front of me in order to walk. But yeah, it's all good. All good in the hood. And honestly, whenever I'm going through these things, knowing that, at least from my condition, knowing that it's going to end and allow me to be able to come back to, makes it really hopeful for me to be able to, or want to be able to come back to and have my full ability to think and be able to help other people. So there's a lot that can be done. We've just been going at it the wrong way. The DEA is the second person that we need to go to. They're downstream of the HHS, who owns the patent, and the FDA is the final say-so on cannabis medicine. And this is the only medication that works for so many people. It works better than the pills that they give that have all kinds of side effects. So yeah, more to come. Holla at your boy. Like I said, let me know. And I'm still rambling. How do I stop this beast? Where do I go to stop this? Oh, finish. Word. Later.